If you're experiencing pain, numbness, or tingling down the back of your leg, you're not alone. Sciatica pain affects so many people, and it's literally a pain when it comes to trying to be more active, even stand or sit. It can bother you on a daily basis. So today we're going to talk about some simple ways that you can actually calm down the numbness and tingling sensation that you're getting in your leg and prevent it from getting worse. So let's get into it. My name is Dr. Dawn Andalone. I'm a women's health physical therapist, and I've helped so many women who are struggling with back pain or sciatica. Now, sciatica is more of an umbrella term for having this numbness and tingling, this pain down the buttock area to the back of the thigh, and sometimes even down the back of the entire leg. The sciatic nerve is the longest nerve in your body and actually runs from the nerve roots that come out of the lower part of your spine and form together in the buttock area under those muscles called the sciatic nerve, and therefore runs down the back of your leg, turns into other branches of nerves that affect the sensation and feeling and also the strength in your leg. When this nerve gets irritated or compressed, the numbness and tingling is actually coming from a lack of blood flow to the area. And therefore, that nerve being compressed and not getting the blood flow and circulation causes those symptoms of having the numbness and tingling. It can be caused by extra compression during pregnancy, having a herniated disc in your back, other pathologies to do with your spine, like having a bone spur or having arthritis, something that is putting pressure on that nerve. Or it can come from a problem actually in the hip, where the sciatic nerve is formed, where you have tightness or tension in the muscles around the nerve in that area. So sciatica could be a back problem or it could be a hip problem. I actually have some more helpful videos on sciatica pain and learning more about the sources of it and the causes if you go back to some of the other videos that I link below. Now, sciatica pain is often very irritated by certain movements. As a general rule, I see a lot of women do activities where they think they're helping it, but in turn, it's making the problem worse. Now, I want to mention if you're experiencing numbness or tingling in both legs at the same time, or weakness in the legs, or any numbness or tingling in the saddle region between your legs, or changes in bowel or bladder function, you definitely want to go to the emergency room or get that screened by your doctor immediately. Otherwise, when you're having symptoms that are just down one side and it comes and goes and it can feel like an annoyance, or sometimes at the end of the day when you go down and rest, you're getting this numbness and tingling and you can't quite figure out how to make it better, well, those are the things I'm going to give you tips, what you can and can't do. As a general rule, we don't want to stretch that nerve. So stretches may feel like something that your body wants to do when you're having some numbness and tingling because you're testing it out and seeing what makes it worse, what makes it better. Trust me, we have all been there where we're trying to diagnose ourselves, look it up on Google, and also just try some general exercises. Well, I can tell you one thing. I find that people that are bending over and trying to stretch their back or trying to really stretch their hip in a deep manner can oftentimes make the numbness and tingling worse. It may initially feel better, like you're getting some stretch to the muscle and it's feeling like it's relieving it. But as soon as you get out of that stretch or you go on with your day afterward, you'll notice that the symptoms can get worse. That's because you are probably overstretching a nerve. Think of it like dental floss. We don't want to just pull that dental floss. You are going to break it. So instead, we want to think of a gentle stretch or a nerve flossing. And what that looks like is, for example, you can be on your back with one knee in toward your chest. And because that nerve runs from the back in the buttock area all the way down the thigh, we just want to do a gentle glide back and forth. This is called a nerve floss. And so if that nerve is getting stuck somewhere around the tissue, then this can help relieve your symptoms. You are not just pulling and stretching and you're not just propping your leg up on the couch and bending over and stretching. That is going to put that too much tension on that nerve. So think about just gently, about 10 times on each side, and especially the side where you're getting the irritation. You don't want to do more than 10 at a time, but just a gentle nerve floss back and forth instead of stretching. Also, when you're bending over and stretching, and say you have a disc injury, you're actually creating extra strain and pressure on that disc when you are flexing forward. So we don't want to do that. Instead, we want to take pressure off of the disc, and going to a physical therapist and seeing a physical therapist who's going to properly assess you is going to be able to pinpoint a little bit better and decipher whether it truly is a back problem coming from a disc, or if it's an actual hip problem and you have some tension in your hip that needs to be relieved. But as a general rule, this can make the symptoms better. If it is a disc issue, you can actually go on your stomach. I talked about not flexing forward, but instead we're going to reverse that position of our posture where we tend to spend a lot of time in flexion. You're going to go in extension instead, and we call this a prone press up. So you can rest here for a few minutes and you're putting your body into that extension. You can even do just some gentle 5 to 10 press ups going into a backward bending position. And this also too can unlock that nerve. And over time, if you're doing this a couple times a day, don't overdo it, but a couple times a day, about 10 times, that also can take tension off of the nerve, giving more blood flow and circulation to the area. Now, another thing that I see people do wrong is they spend too much time in sitting. Now, what's too much time? Well, when the nerve is irritated and you're sitting, that provides the most amount of compression to your spine and therefore can limit that blood flow that's going to the nerve, causing more compression. So if you do have a desk job and instead you get up and down, or you limit your sitting time to no more than 15 minutes at a time, or you stand and you go in more of a staggered stance, I'm going to show you what that looks like. So look at my feet here. I'm not standing like this, but I'm standing like this. And I'm gonna kind of work from this position, shifting my weight back and forth. And you can switch sides doing that as well. Now, standing is going to be less compressive to your spine, but it's still compressive. So if you can move around more, do some walking instead of staying stationary in one spot, especially sitting in any kind of flex position. Flex position means you're putting more pressure on your tailbone and you're curling your spine backward. Therefore, you are gonna open up that space a lot and put a lot of extra tension on your back, especially if it is a disc issue. So not only overstretching or over flexing your spine, but getting used to the right posture, having a back support when you are sitting, limiting your time driving, going into the position on your stomach, doing some prone press-ups, and even the nerve flossing on your back can be some beneficial ways that you can calm the symptoms down, help the nerve get more blood flow and circulation. And over time, this can make a huge difference and cut down the amount of days that you are dealing with this. Now, it is best to get screened by a physical therapist, like I mentioned, but these are some simple tips of things that we would teach you in order to accelerate the process and help you understand your daily habits and what could be making the symptoms worse. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful. Comment below and let me know what symptoms you are feeling with sciatica. I'd love to hear it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We release new videos every week all about women's health concerns and related to helping you keep you pain-free and keeping you feeling active and mobile as you're aging. My name is Dr. Dawn Andalone. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon in another video.